Hello friends! So I was in the middle of posting a series and then life happens and kind of been missing for like 2 months. But I'm back and life has just been chaotic. And I wanted to get this video out mostly because we want to start putting things away, all the new stuff that we got. So I just wanted to make sure that I kind of came back as soon as possible. Didn't matter the quality. So just hope you like this video and that is going to be beneficial for you to kind of give you an idea of what materials you can use, what you should get, especially if you're homeschooling through a charter as we are, or if you're just paying out of pocket. So hi, welcome, and my name is Anna. I am a third-year homeschooler to a 10-year-old girl this year. We're starting our 5th grade, and I am so happy that you're here. All right, friends, so definitely different setting. This is our do arts and crafts, feel free to ruin kind of table. And honestly, my hair is in a bun, and I just was like, you know what, we just need to get this out there because I need to finish setting up the homeschool room. But I wanted to make sure you guys had all these great ideas of things that you can buy. But let me start first by saying you don't need any of this. This is just something we are blessed to do because we are homeschooling through a charter. So we do get funds, and that is definitely a blessing. There's a lot of these things, if I'm being completely honest, I probably wouldn't buy or be able to afford, especially in this season of my life. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. This is great things. If you're able to buy them, great. If not, it's not going to deter you. It shouldn't deter you from homeschooling, and it shouldn't make you feel bad because somebody else, you know, is able to do that and you're not. So if you get a lot of things, great. If you don't, that's fine too. So just wanted to make sure that, you know, we started with that. So we're going to start with some of the boring stuff. Like I said, we are homeschooling through a charter here in California, and we get certain funds, and I can only buy stuff that is consumable because if not, the school wants it back. So if it was for us, we would just buy books because that's where honestly most of my money goes. But because we can't, because then we need to return them, and that's just no fun, and it just becomes a pain. I just stuck up with a lot of things. So first things first, we went ahead and got a whole pack of whiteout. Now we decided to get a couple different ones because Mia is and Mia is my 10-year-old daughter, in case you're new here. We decided to get a couple different ones. She is left-handed, and for some reason, these ones just don't work for her. I don't know what it is about it. She just doesn't like it. It becomes not as neat as I would like. So I went ahead and bought her some of this one so she can try, and somewhere within the pile that I have to the side, there's a lot of other ones that are Mr. Penn brand. So those, as soon as those come up, I'll go ahead and show them. But yeah, I'll try to link everything. I don't know, my channel is pretty new, so I don't know if I can, but if I'm able to, I'll definitely link it. I love this ones, and this is just like cool, you know, office things to have. I don't know about you, but I grew up using this kind, so I figure she should try it and then see if she likes it better. We do use IEW, and that's definitely not something that IEW allows, kind of, you know, to say Mr. Purdue. He doesn't like when people are using those things, so we'll see. Let's see about this one. I don't know how well it's gonna fit in the frame. So every year I have her pick a hobby that she likes, and it's try something new. You don't need to know how to do it. That is the whole point of it. So last year, let me make sure this looks okay. Let's do it like that. So last year she started with sewing, and she got a lot of these kits, and she's made dolls, little like doggies. She's made I think it was like a princess cat. She's made all kinds of things. She also tried crochet. Crochet is not her thing, but this kind of sewing was so much fun for her, especially because she gets to play with it after. So she'll make her little dolls and then plays with them, and that just fills her heart. So, you know, this was the one that she focused on last year. She still has some of them left, so I would definitely recommend this. And just in case I didn't say it, this is from Amazon, and so are these things, just because with the funds, it's easier for me to buy through Amazon than anywhere else. So this year, we're going to be doing pottery. Now, keep in mind, most likely for this one, I'll definitely join in. For sewing, what I did was I showed her how to do it the first time, and then from there on, she kind of did it herself. It's not a, you have to do one every week, or there's no schedule for it. It's just do this. Sorry about that. It's a just when you have time, when you're bored, there shouldn't be a reason for you to be bored, because you have all these great things that you can use. And it has been great. She enjoys it a lot. So, and it's just an extra skill that she gets to learn. And I think as parents, that's always a good thing. You know, I prefer her doing that than, I don't know, like trying to watch TV or something. So I'm definitely big on the no TV all the time. So yeah. So this year is going to be pottery. There was a smaller one, and let me see if I can get this one in the frame. This is a little too big for my taste. In the camera, let's see. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that, and I don't really want to mess with the phone because I have it like propped up right here, and it's a whole thing. So, but I think you can get the gist of it. Again, if I was probably buying this by with my own money, I might have not gone with the nicest one they have because it was pricey, and I don't even know if she's going to like it. But again, because we have the funds, we went ahead and splurged a little bit, right? So maybe a lot. So we got that one, and then I found the expansion kit, which just has extra materials, which is a big thing that I try to always do, because again, this is for the whole year, right? So this should last her for the whole year. Of course, if she runs out of materials, I will give her, I will go ahead and buy, you know, like an expansion pack, or, you know, a refill kind of pack. But this is what she will be doing this year. Now, for another one that she's going to be using is going to be the Mega Craft. It has mosaic, pottery, and marbling. We've never done marbling, and honestly, when I go through placing my orders with the funds, I have her join in and ask her, you know, what she would like. We started Googling or looking in Amazon, and she saw this one, and she was like, I really love it because I want to gift you, I want to make the leaves for you and give them to you, because she knows that I love fall. So I said, sure. And because we got this one, I went ahead and got this one as well, which again is just extra materials for the exact same things. So she's going to be doubling into all three things, but the main one this year is going to be learning how to use a pottery wheel and creating fun stuff that I think she's going to love. Now for art, this year we are focusing on watercolors, and this comes from, it kind of just was picked because The Good and the Beautiful has watercolor for 5th grade, so we just kind of stuck to it. And we are, she is going to be taking classes with Miss Lauren. You can either take classes online live, or you can just subscribe, and then you get access to like 60 something videos. You do them in your own time. She plays like the piano and sings to the kids very beautiful songs and teaches them how to paint. And I believe one of the things that she was focusing on is watercolors. So it's just like a fun, beautiful thing for her to do. Mia really likes art in general, like crafty things. So I figured that would be something very fun for her to do. So this is actually not something we bought this year. We actually bought this one last year, and but I just wanted to make sure that I showed them to you guys because we've gone through them a lot. Like I said, she's very crafty, and she likes watercoloring, and she likes painting and all kinds of stuff that has anything that's crafty. She's all there. So, but they're really good quality. As you can see, they have been used. This is not her only packs. This is a brand new one. But she's gone through a couple now, and they're great quality. They last. They paint beautifully. They have a lot of different colors, and they're compact, which I personally love because we don't, although we do have a homeschool room, our homeschool room is also my office. I work from home full time. So I need to be able to have enough space, and we live in an apartment. So there's limited space to all the stuff that we have in this house. So if I can get something smaller like this, I'm all in. And we've used a lot of other brands. This is the Grabby, I believe that's the brand. And they actually, we got this in Amazon, but they have like their own website and they have all these really cool things. If you're somebody that likes crafty stuff, definitely check this brand out. But we've used other ones like the Mondolama from Target. We've used the Crayola ones. And she's old enough to do something a little bit nicer and actually appreciate it and not just kind of waste it. What are this? My brain just like froze for a second, friends. Sorry about that. So erasers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school, but I feel like these are the best erasers. You're going to see that she has other ones that are just cutesy. And every year, I take her to do back to school shopping. I want to make sure that she doesn't lose that because that's something she's always enjoyed. And we've done that since she was very little. And we both like all the pens and markers and all that stuff. We're just very into it. And you'll get to see that when I do, when I show you guys our homeschool room, you'll get to see it. But she gets a lot of those really cutesy erasers, but they don't work. That is the truth of the matter. They just don't work. So I always try to get a pack. This should be enough. We get more funds in December, so I'll probably get another box by then, and we'll have plenty, honestly, for this year and probably next. We don't go through them that fast, but somehow they disappear. So although we're not, using them till they fall apart, don't ask me where they are, but erasers always disappear, just like pencils. If you know, you know. So I feel like those are the best ones. Now this year I went ahead and got her some flashcards. Is that what they're called? I believe so. But I love that, it has a ring. Could I have gotten rings myself and, punched them and made it myself? Yes. Would I be able to get this super cute thing? Probably, if I really wanted to get creative with it. But they were pretty inexpensive at Target, I believe this ones came from. So we went ahead and got those, and she got to pick them and she loved them, so I was all in. Now we also got a compact wireless mouse. So this is the kind of thing that I went ahead and bought with my own money because this is something that the school would ask for back. And that's not, I wanted to get one and be done with it. So was this a need? I'm questioning it now. She is going to be doing a couple subjects on the computer. So far, the only one she's done has been typing and IEW. At some point, I think, was it third grade, she did Science Shepherd in the computer. But aside from that, she's never really been in the computer like that. And this year, she is having 3 different subjects, and I'll go more over all that once I show you guys my curriculum, but it's not all here yet. So when it gets here, we'll go over that. So I wanted to get her this mainly so she can use it with the tablet, but then I realized like some of this stuff you just need a computer, and we have one and I have a mouse, but I feel like this is it just makes it cutesy for her and she's excited to use it. So, I'll go with it. And things are not in order or in any type of order, so I'm just kind of grabbing them as I go. Sorry for the noise of the paper. I know some people don't like that. So these are just tab dividers. She picked these ones to go with her binders. This year is going to be the year of the binders. I am trying something different. My idea is to make my life better, her life better, and just really instill the independence, which she does. But you know, I really want to kind of hone in more on that and make my life easier, especially with the type of curriculum I'm using. My idea is I will put her work here for a month, specific work for specific subjects, and then I will move it into this one every week. That way I know what needs to be graded, what needs to be looked at. We'll see. These are just basic, let me open it this way. These are just basic Target, from the Yobi brand, binders. Nothing special, honestly. She liked them. These are the ones that she picked. Will we fully use them and will we stick to the plan? I don't know, but I mean, honestly, binders are always useful, and I'm doing a lot of things that need to be printed this year, so even for storage, I'm okay with it. So that's what we're doing. And then this binder she picked specifically to use with those, I mean the tab things. Oh, she picked for that. I got this brand for the online labels. It is 100 sheets of it's sticker paper that you can use with your printer. This specific one is perfect to use based on Amazon and ChatGPT and the internet. It's supposed to be a really good fit for the EcoTank printer, which I just ordered with my funds again. And that one is consumable actually, so that's why we did it. Because actually our goal is for this to be the last year we're with them, because it's a lot of work, honestly. We use Christian curriculum, so I feels like we kind of have to do double work in a way. But again, I'll go over all of that. Don't let me, go into rambling about that. But point is, this is for the printer, and this is going to be so that I can print the figures for her timeline. Again, we'll go more into detail when I talk about what is the curriculum I'm going to be using. But this is going to be for her timeline. And since we are on the timeline stuff, I want to make it stickers because why not? Just make it a little bit easier and special for her, more fancy. So that's what this paper will be used. And because I also have, I love stickers, and I don't know, I think it'll be fun. And this is going to be the binder that I'm going to use for her timeline. I wanted to go a little bit fancier. I don't know how well you can see it. But it just looks to me like it's old, and this is like soft material, and it has a pocket. I think I'm showing you backwards, but that's okay. And it's a really big binder, and that's going to be used for her timeline, which I'm super excited for, because I think it's something that I want to keep for the curriculum that we're using. Will be for 4 full years of history, and we're starting this year from creation to reincarnation, and then there's 3 more years to go on. So I want to make sure that we keep that for that amount of time. Then I got her a refillable college rule notebook. I don't know, I feel like I got the wrong one personally. I don't think this is what I was aiming for, but it's gonna work, and I'm sure it's going to work. The paper, if you're anything like me and you're, a paper snob, that paper matters, the way it feels. And I love the way this paper feels. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, if you're into planners, the plum paper planner. It kind of feels like that, just a little bit thinner. There's definitely going to be bleed through, but it's really cool. I like it. And if she doesn't use it, I probably will. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, I feel like it gets a little stuck. I don't know if I love it. But it's a notebook, and notebooks, you just need something to write with sometimes. So it's good enough. She's going to be, she's already enrolled in Huffman Academy. Huffman Academy is for piano. So I wanted to get her this notebook, which is for sheet music. Sheet music? I think that's what it's called. So pretty much like the paper where you can, read the music. She's going to be learning how to read music better, and this is made for that. And it's supposed to be really nice. It had good reviews. Nothing too special about it. It seems durable. The coil seems pretty sturdy, which I appreciate. And same thing, Amazon. And it's just for her piano lesson. She's been taking piano since the 3rd grade, and she likes it. She was doing live classes with a teacher. First year was amazing. We had a teacher who was also Christian, and it was just, although it was through the school, the charter school, it was amazing, and she was lovely, and it was just such a beautiful class, and she would pray with Mia before and after the class, and it was just awesome. Second year was not as awesome, and I can tell that Mia didn't quite enjoy it. So this year, and it was pretty pricey, so it took a lot of the funds. So this year we're going to be enrolled with Huffman Academy. She has access to all the videos and exercises and a lot of cool things. And I think it'll be just fine. And I also thought, I saw that Master Books has piano as well. So if this is not, to her best, then maybe, second semester I'll go ahead and get her the one from Master Books. But I'm not looking for her to be, the best, like piano is not going to be her career, but I do want her to know how to play, and she already knows how to play. So I just want her to keep going and just getting better at it. And then again, because she got two binders, she has another pack that she asked for. Now this one, I probably should save this for the curriculum thing, but whatever, it's here. So again, we are with a charter, and I teach Christian curriculum. We've gone along with the charter since we started, but this year they did American history for 3rd grade, California history for 4th grade, and then 5th grade is American history again, but it's back to like the 13 colonies and just the beginning of the country. And we already went through that twice. So last year she did California history while also doing the rest of American history, and she was in a co-op, and they did some beautiful things, and it was so good. So she really knows it, right? So I don't want her to have to do it again. She just doesn't want to have anything to do with any more of the same, right? She wants to do world history. So I got this one. I'm going to pull out some of the exercises just because I know she knows the answers. And this is how I show my work sample. So I'll pull from here what I feel is needed. We have learning period meetings, and we have to do work samples. So I'll pull it from here and maybe have her read a book or something. And again, because she knows the subject, when we have to meet with our HSD, which is the teacher that is assigned to us, her teacher knows very well Mia, and she knows, the kind of child she is, and how well she knows things and remembers things and stuff like that. So they'll probably just have a conversation about the topic, see the work samples, and be just fine. So that's why I got this. Would I use this for my curriculum? No at all. It's too dry for me. I don't like it. Could it work? Yes. If you have a very tight budget, I would say use this, add books from the library, and that you have a great curriculum, right? But by itself, no. I wouldn't do it, so I wouldn't have her do it. But for, like I said, for the school, the way that we do things, it works. Now, we did the whole pencil. I think it's important that a child uses pencil for a while, and I think that just comes from how I was taught. So I think that's why. But now that, she's starting 5th grade and we're, getting, to be big girls, I asked her what kind of pens she wanted. I like pens of all types. These are actually my favorite pens. Are they the best? No. Do they get ruined pretty fast? Yes. But I like the way they write. So, I've used quite a lot of different pens to figure out which ones I like, and I like this ones. So Mia has kind of developed her taste for pens that she's gotten to use because, I have so many. So she has landed on this ones. She likes Bic for whatever reason. And this year she wanted to have colorful ones for her Bible study. We try to use the inductive style for Bible study, and that has kind of translated into the way that we take notes or we notebook and things like that, and it just makes everything look prettier, and I don't mind her making her work look prettier. So she chose to get these colorful pens. I thought they were great. I'm glad they're not gel pens, so I think they're going to be pretty good for her to start. So we got that, and again, we got a pack of the ones that I like because we're just stocking up. This is we got printer ink. Like I said, we got the Epson Eco Tank. We got the 4850, and I only got it because it was on discount, and I was allowed to do it with the funds. So that's why I got that one specifically. I don't know. I haven't used it. I will let you guys know. I think it's coming in the mail tomorrow, so I will let you know because I have a lot of stuff to print. Mia is left-handed, and she has used very small scissors for a long time. But like I said, she's super crafty. She's always cutting things, and she wanted a big pair of scissors. Like, she was like, I need something bigger. So, Fiskars, I believe that's how you pronounce it, have the lefty blades. So, for left-handed kids, and they're great. We've used pretty much every size they have. This one says 15 plus. I feel like she's more than capable of using it and being safe with it. She wants to, this year she started trying, mechanical pencils. There we go. I couldn't remember the word. She's tried mechanical pencils, so she wanted a couple. She actually got a full pack of this ones. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's hard to tell. So these are the ones that she got. She wanted it because it has sparkles. So she got a big pack of them, but she already got into them, so that's why. And then I got this one. The mechanical pencils for it haven't gotten here or haven't been delivered. Haven't gotten here. That's not even okay. Anyways, they haven't been delivered, but I wanted you to be able to see it. These are the break resistant. Those are the ones that I enjoy. I kind of have a heavy hand when I'm writing, so these are just really good. And they have the refill pack, so wanted to share that with you in case you are looking for some of them. Or you have kiddos that, are heavy-handed. Mia does really good with this ones, honestly, but I don't like them. She also got this pens, and see, this is the kind of stuff that it's like just for fun, but we love this kind of stuff. They're the Pentel RSVP, which are my favorite pens, but they're glittery, and they're cute, and why not? If you know, you know. And we got a couple of the artist brushes. This brand we haven't quite used. We've used this ones for, we used them last year, and I just got a new pack because we're going to be doing a lot of notebooking for geography. This year, I want to hone in on learning the 50 states and capitals and everything. I really want her to fully memorize them, and I want to do the same. So we are going to be using, spoiler alert, the 50 states curriculum from Campfire. I will let you know how that goes, and we will have a whole conversation on that. But while we're using that, I'm going to add... I don't know, they're somewhere in the pile, so they'll come up in a second. We're going to be using like a big book, and I want us to draw the state and put the capital and write a couple things on the side, and I think that's going to be very fun. Like I said, she's very artsy, and so am I, and because I'm working full-time and I'm letting her do a couple subjects online, I want to make sure that I have those fun things to do with her together. So that's why. And she's pretty independent. So I don't really, for example, like math. I don't get to be part of math. I just grade it because she does it on her own and she's great at it, and I'm just not part of it. Language arts, she's doing IW, so same thing. I'm just grading. So those kind of subjects I don't get to be part of. So I really enjoy doing I think I keep moving the table. I do apologize about that. So bottom line, that's why I got them. We've used these ones. They're great. They hold up. Are they the best ones? No. But are we like super great artists, professional level? No. So I think they work just fine. And we just got this ones because the ones we've had, we're just kind of getting ruined. She was younger and not the best at cleaning them correctly. So a couple of them were ruined. So we just got an extra one, mainly for like the thicker ones and then the fan one. But definitely this ones, we love them. They're inexpensive and Amazon is the best for that kind of thing. Now this one, we got it on the day that we went homeschool shopping or back to school shopping. It is a 60-minute visual timer. We got this at Target. It's the color that we wanted. I don't even know what color it is. Let's see. We're gonna find out together. So definitely not, I would have preferred something pink or purple. We are a pink and purple kind of family. Oh, I can put it on our board. That is so cool. Or see, like you can stand it up, or you can, if you have, we have a whiteboard, and it's, you can put magnets on it. Words, guys, words are difficult. So this is cool, and see, it's like super pretty, and more than anything, it just helps her visualize time. Why is this so good? I love that. It's so cute. I love it, and mainly is because, like I said, she's very independent, but things take her a long time. And I think it's because she just gets distracted, guys. She really does get distracted a lot. And if I'm like in the middle of a meeting and stuff, next thing I know, the meeting has been an hour and I'm barely, catching up with her and being like, really, you're still in math? Like, when I know that she can most of the time do math in 15-20 minutes. And why we do math with the good and the beautiful. So you know that it doesn't take that long. So, I just want her to be more aware of time, especially now that she's going to have a higher, a bigger load of subjects that she's going to be taking. And the reason for that is simply because I just want to prep her for middle school and she can handle it. So I feel like that's going to be a really good reminder of like, okay, let's go ahead and put, 60 minutes and finish this and this. And then she can visually see it. Or, for example, one of her chores is she's responsible of the kitchen, right? So the kitchen part, we divided into two parts. One cooks, one cleans. So I'm in charge of all the meals. She's in charge of making sure that she does the dishes and picks up the kitchen after I'm cooking or, whatever the case may be. And same thing, she'll put an audiobook, and because she enjoys it, it's like her relaxation time. She will take an hour and a half. And I'm just like, that's great, take as long as you need to. But also, by the time she finishes, she's like, oh my God, my whole afternoon is gone because now I need to shower and get ready for bed and read. And, like I feel like she loses a lot of time that she shouldn't. So I think that is going to help a lot with visualizing time. That was a lot just to show you a clock, but now that's why. Watercolor pencils. We got this because we just think they're cool. That's the idea of it, is just really, really cool. They're watercolor so they're color pencils, and you're going to write on them. I mean, write on them. You can't write on them. Jeez. You're going to write with them, like color, and then you will grab your brush, put a little bit of water on your brush, and then go over it, and it is so pretty and less mess because if you have kids, sometimes, especially mine, our homeschool room has carpet. And like I said, this is her table she loves doing stuff in this specific table because she knows that, she can do whatever it is to it, and I really don't mind. So because it has carpet, I'm always afraid she's going to bump her cup of water, and we do have the mat and all of that, but still, guys, kids. So I like this because there's some brushes, which I don't have with me right now, but there are some brushes for watercolor, and I'm sure everybody has seen them. They kind of look like this, right? But like it at the end is like a brush, and then you fill it with water. So imagine that's going to be so great because she can just go ahead, grab her pencil, color it, and then go over it with that brush. And guess what? There's no chance that she's going to spill water. That's going to give me peace. That's going to make her happy because this is just something cool. As for the brand, Faber-Castell. So when she was little, I wouldn't have invested into something like this. Personally, I wouldn't. This say 3 years and up, but I wouldn't have. Because she wasn't careful and because they're kind of pricey, in my opinion. Your budget is probably different than my budget, but I wouldn't have. But now that she's older, she likes, she's very artsy. So she likes the good stuff. Are these the best, brand, fanciest, more professional? No. But for our minds, they're just better quality. They just do a better work. So would I give this to my 3-year-old? I wouldn't. If you do, that's great. I wouldn't. But for an older kid, I definitely think it works. Last year, she got this super huge pack of Prisma color pencils, and that thing was almost $200. But it's been great. And they've lasted a long time. She cares for them a lot because now she's older, so she takes care of her stuff. And this school year, we didn't have to buy any colors because she has her nice colors, and it's great. So, it's time for investing on better quality stuff. Oh, and they're in the triangle shape, which that's beautiful as well. But I mean, if you have littles and you want to do this with the watercolor brushes that you put the water into them to save, your sanity sometimes, this is a really good buy. I had heard of them. We've never used them. I'm excited to use them with her, and so is she. So yeah, again, a lot of words for basic information. So just to show you some color pencils, but okay. These ones honestly are kind of for me. So they are, I don't know if you can see, and the way that I have you pumped up, I can't really see. So hopefully you can. These are the stamp dot colorful. I don't know if you can see. I'm probably making it really hard for you to see, so I'm not even gonna try. But because of the way that I plan on planning this year, if you know me, I don't think I've made a video about that, so you probably don't know. But let me tell you, because of course I want to tell you. Since I started homeschooling, I've been using an Erin Condren planner, and they're pricey. So if I don't use them, it bothers me. But I'm annoying, and I like my paper to be good quality, no bleed through, a little 2D if possible, and Erin Condren delivers in the quality, no doubt. My problem was the first year I got the Erin Condren homeschool planner. Didn't use it a lot. Didn't quite like it a lot because even though it was a homeschool planner, it was missing so much things for me. Second year, last year, I got the teacher planner, which was a lot better, but planning daily, like the whole me putting Monday, we're going to do lesson 1, Tuesday, lesson 2, Wednesday, lesson 3, so on and so forth. If for whatever reason life happens and I don't get to lesson 3, the whole week is messed up. and then I have to erase it and write it again because that's just how I work. Or I'm going to get annoyed and I'm just not going to do it because let's say that week we're sick and I already planned my month. Then, and then I know some people are going to say, well, just write on pencil. No, I don't like it. I like for my planner to be cutesy. And what would happen is also because they're so big, like they're big, and I was adding all these different pages. Last year I did something insane and I frankenplanned my Erin Condren and added a whole bunch of the pages that you find on the well-ordered homeschool planner. I don't know if you guys seen it. We can talk about that more in depth later. And it was huge. I mean, I was walking around with this huge book. Walking around in my house, right? But storing it was just uncomfortable and I didn't like it. So this year, I'm trying something different. And bottom line is, I'm going to plan weekly, but in a different way. So I need to put dots because that way I can check, what I've done. Oh my God, that was a lot just to tell you that. So that's why we got this ones. And again, if you're interested in seeing that, I'll go ahead and I can definitely make a video on it. I probably will make it either way. But if you're interested, just let me know so that, it pushes me to get on here and do the thing. And then on the same rant of quality stuff, again, for us, this is quality, guys. If you are an artist, don't come for me because I know there's way better quality things out there. But for my 10-year-old, this is quality. So this is for drawing. Is the graphite drawing set. She's getting more artsy and she's starting to realize that, even though Ticonderoga has the best pencils ever, they're not the best ones for drawing. And because she's getting more into art and we're going to be notebooking a little bit more than, our notebooking is just getting nicer. I wanted to make sure we got this stuff to try it out and see if, we need that or if we're just basic and we'll be fine with just, Ticonderoga and just call it a day. I got a lot of, this is backwards. I got a lot of sheet protectors. Don't ask me why, because I have, don't you, if that ever happens to you, and note to everybody, advice here, definitely shop your homeschool room before you buy things, because I went crazy and I got this one. It's 200 sheet protectors, and I found that I had 2 more boxes from last year, smaller ones, but there's some there. So did I need this? No, but if we're leaving the charter, this is going to last me a couple years. So at the end of the day, good investment. I have used the Amazon brand. I have used, I don't know what the other brand was. But definitely this has been some of the best ones, because the Amazon ones will break easily, and that I don't like that. If I'm gonna buy something, sometimes I feel like it's better to just invest a little more than get the super cheap thing. So this year, this is what we invested on this, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. But I will report back when the school year ends, and then we can talk about whether they were good or not. Now this one, I don't know if you can see it. There's a lot of things. Whoops, there's a lot of things here, and I'm creating chaos. So let me move these things over. Yeah, I think you can see it, right? I think so. Okay, so this is, I got this from Amazon. It's really just a puzzle, and then she has to add the flags that will have the name of the capital. So I thought this was just going to be a fun way to study them. I also got some flashcards for helping. I think it's like a memory game, and you have to find, I think that's the one I got. So, okay. I was looking for flashcard, like a memory game where, let's say you found California and then you had to find the capital, not another card that said California, but as a memory game. I'm not sure I was able to find that. I know I was having a hard time doing it. I'm not sure. I know I got some. So if I found the right ones, I'll let you know and you'll see it, when we go over the curriculum. But if not, I'm going to make them myself. So there's an idea of something you can use. But yeah, I thought this was super fun. And it'll be, Fridays are going to be our free days. And by free days, I mean we're still going to be learning, but just, the fun stuff. Not that everything else is not the fun, so you know what I mean. But, yeah, so I thought this was great. Amazon, again, all these things are from Amazon, and that one wasn't inexpensive. I saw some, and man, oh man, they were pricey. So that one was one of the cheapest ones. And again, like I said, we're trying all the different whiteouts. We love Mr. Pen especially for their Bible highlighters. They have the best Bible highlighters. They feel like a crayon when they write, but they're so good in our Bibles and we love it. So that's why. We'll see if they're good. I'll report back. And see, these are erasers, and these are just, sorry for the noise. These are just cutesy erasers. I don't know if you can see them. Here's the eraser, and then you're supposed to like erase, and then this will you'll go over it and it'll pick up all the little thingies that the eraser will leave. These are again Mr. Pen. Are they good? Sorry. Are they good? I don't know. I'll report back, but they're super cute. There's glare, I'm sorry. But they're super cute, and I figured, why not? She saw them, she loved them, so I said, okay. More binders, a lot more binders. Sorry, I think you can see the little ring light. Sorry about that if that bothers you. I promise I'm gonna get better at this YouTube thing, guys. I will. So I got a 6-pack of this, they call them pastel colors. I think honestly the only well, I guess they're all kind of pastel. So there's this bluish, greenish, no, bluish, then this lilac, which I love. This is my favorite color ever. There's a pink one, a yellow one, and then a gray and a beige. Is gray pastel color? I don't believe so, but whatever. They're cute, and we like cute. Did we need to get them in colors? No. Well, with the regular heavy duty Avery ones have worked? Yes. But what's the point of life if not to get cute things, right? I feel like, I don't know about you, but as a child, this was my favorite season. Almost as much as Christmas. Probably a little bit better because I love all stationery things. And I've always been the kind of person that likes it to just be cutesy. That's just me. So yeah. And hence, what I'm going to show you now. We wanted to go ahead and get glue sticks, but because we are who we are, we ended up getting this box. These are just the regular washable ones, scented ones. These are, I don't even know if they really work. We get them every year. The watermelon is my favorite smell. All the other ones suck. But they're great. I mean, glue sticks are glue sticks. I'm going to be honest, sometimes they dry out. We've had years where we've ended up throwing a couple. This year, I think we only ended up throwing 3 or 4. But we were working on a huge box that I got in 3rd grade. So that's the kind of thing I like to do. I'll stock up and then I don't need to think about it. Because if we're in the middle of the school year and I have to go get glue sticks, I'm just not a happy person. I like to know I have it and it's there if I want to get creative. If she does, we like journaling. We like, oh my, what are those words? So yeah, journaling and just crafting, and sometimes, you'll see us do, I don't know, we'll make each other letters and cutesy things like that. So we just want to have all the materials. And this is gosh, I don't even know if you can see it. Can you see it? It's the cutest thing ever. I just want to have it on display on my desk because it's cute. And so does she. So, do you need this pack? No. Was it a bit more expensive than just a regular one? Probably. But did it make us smile? Yes. Oh, and then like I was mentioning, I went ahead and got her a keyboard because I thought she was going to be using the tablet for whatever reason. When we were at Target, we saw it, I thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, you're totally going to need this. This is great. Let's do it. This is a mouse pad, and this is the keyboard. I don't know, guys. I'm still debating on it. I kind of feel like we should return it. But she says that she likes this one better. My keyboards have always been the kind that make the tick 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 noise because I don't know, I like it. I've always wanted one that sounds like a typewriter. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I don't know about this. Do I want to return it? A part of me does. Do we need it? No. We'll see. We'll see if I return it. But if not, I mean, it'll just be cute for her desk. So we'll see. Oh, here we are. So these are the books that I got for geography. They're actually bigger than I expected. I was hoping to get something like here. Like that was kind of like the length I would have liked. But maybe you're really good with measurements. I'm not. And most of the time I'm looking at things and making a list, you know, when I'm almost going to bed, or, you know, I'll have like the random thought of like, oh, that's right, I should get this or that. So I think that's why. But I think it'll be great to do like the state here and then write some stuff, and I feel like it'll be cute. And I got two because she's going to have one and I'm gonna have one, and we're gonna do it together. We're gonna make a cute cover for it so that it's just really pretty and it shows kind of like our personality and stuff, and I'm excited for it, as you can tell. The rest of the things I think are pretty boring. I got some of the wide ruled reinforced filler paper. And reinforced because she's careful, but she's not that careful. And for IEW, she uses a lot of this, and it has to stay in her binder, and because they're just better quality. But main thing was we wanted it to feel like the purple notebook I had mentioned. See, this is what I thought I was getting. So this is what I was trying to get for her. I think it's so nice, this paper and this notebook in general. See, I'm over here saying it's nice and it's doing that. The paper here is so nice. I love it. And this is such a pretty notebook with the dividers. This is what I thought I was buying. Apparently I didn't, because that one is a refillable one and this is not. So we were aiming to get the same type of paper. Now that I'm looking at it, this is meat and this is 5-star. Now I want to know if it's gonna work. It's not the same paper, guys. It's not the same paper. Oh, that's so annoying. I should have looked. That's on me. But it is pretty. All right, friends. I think we're back. Sorry about that. My phone died. I don't really know where I was, but point is, this is not the same paper, but it's not bad paper either. It works. We're just gonna use it, especially because it is reinforced. So if you have kiddos who are so young or just not as careful, this is good. This is good for them. All right. Oh, sorry. I think I keep hitting the table. Sorry about that. All right. So I got more insertable pocket, the plastic dividers. I thought this ones, again, were cute. And yeah, I'm doing a couple of binders. I'm going to have my mom binder, and I want to have kind of like a, I like to plan ahead of time. You don't need to, but I like to have an idea of what's coming in the future. So I've been toying with the idea of creating kind of like a book, and honestly, this is why I had this book specifically, because I was planning, I was already starting to look at like what's going to be in the future. And I wanted to do it like, see, like elementary, 5th grade, and tools I was going to use and things like that. Because I come across sometimes a lot of different things that I want to use, but I'm not going to use this year, for example. And I don't want to forget them. And I know everybody says like, oh, just create a notes on your iPhone. I'm a kind of like paper and pen kind of girl. So yeah, but I don't know if I want to do it on that or just a binder, because a lot of things I'm printing out and I don't want to have to glue them because then they're going to come off. You know what I mean? So I'm going to create a mom binder, and I want to create a binder for like a homeschool life binder, where I have plans from here until she graduates. Of course, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. Things can change. We don't know where God is going to lead us. But it makes me feel good to have some sort of like road plan. And because we've been homeschooling for a couple years now, I feel confident enough to do that. And especially now that she's, you know, this is her last year in elementary, and then she's going into middle school. My goal is here in California, she can start taking middle school credits 7th and 8th grade. High school credits 7th and 8th grade. So my goal is to do that, because I would like for her 11th and 12th grade years for her to be dual enrolled. And mind you, like, this comes from my child already knows what college she wants to go to. Again, we're, you know, aware that things change, people change, goals change. And at the end of the day, you know, it really depends on where God leads us. But with that in mind, we just like to plan ahead, and we dream about what is going to come. And we're just, you know, we like to plan. So that's why you will see that I have a lot of them. And this one in Amazon, super inexpensive, and it came in a pack of 3. So like there's 3 of this set, and each set has 5 tabs. So it was a pretty good deal, and they have all kinds of different, but you know, polka dots and cutesy colors. It just kind of all went, so we loved it. She got a notebook. Don't ask me for what. I don't remember what the goal was, but I feel like every year we like to get a notebook, and she liked this one. It was Snoopy. It had cute colors or Peanuts, sorry. So yeah, and it's from that Yobi brand in Target right now. This one, probably should have saved it again, just like the history one, or social studies, whatever you like to call it. But I used this one last year as well. If you are homeschooling through a charter and you're using a different curriculum that they don't approve. In our case, we have used The Good and the Beautiful. We plan on using The Good and the Beautiful until they no longer have it. Plan is, I know right now they have up to 7th grade, and then from there we'll probably move into Denison Math, I believe that's what it's called. Again, see, like, our minds, especially my mind, it's already, you know, like, I already know what I'm going to teach her in 6th grade, 7th grade. So you don't need to, but that's how I work. So I digress. This is iExcel. It has a lot of quick worksheets that I'm able to turn in for work samples, and it aligns with the standards. My teacher knows what we use. So, you know, then again, like Mia's scores, you know, when they do the state testing here in California, are really good. She's always testing ahead of a couple grades ahead. So I feel like that might be why, you know, our teacher is a little bit more lenient with us. But yeah, this is what I use for work samples. So same thing. I'm going to pick from here what I feel like, you know, would be a good work sample. And then I have her do those pages. We turn them in, and that's that. So that's why I get those little notebooks. And I find it to be better than having to print from like Teachers Pay Teachers or from the internet and stuff like that, you know? And it kind of, there's something like the school just feels better if I buy this versus if I just say, oh, I'm going to pull it from Teachers Pay Teachers. I don't know what it is, but that's just how they work. So whatever. This year we got graph paper. I know the Good and the Beautiful has their own graph paper. I wasn't gonna, you know, for the price of that one, I was able to get all of this ones. So this is gonna last a while. There are 3, 6, 8. There's 8 of them. Well, yeah, see, it says it right there. Duh. I can't testify to the type of paper that it is. Like I said, I don't know why we're that way. But I just need paper to feel a certain way. And so does Mia. Okay, so this is pretty nice paper. It's pretty nice paper. And for her to just do math, it's pretty good. So that's what we got there. Now, since we're talking about paper, I also got her this is watercolor paper in a very small kind of card kind of size. She likes to make cards for everybody. She likes to do little pieces like this. Just artsy, different sizes paper works really good for her. We got this. We got a bigger one. We got also not construction paper. I don't know the name. It slipped my mind. But we have this kind of paper in 2 different sizes. And yeah, see, so I got, because now, hold on, let me move some stuff from here, because now nothing fits. We're running out of space here. So we got big size, and just for comparison, you know, this is 5 by something, and then this is like regular notebook paper, and then this a little bit smaller. I can't tell if you can tell, but there it is. And they're great. It's okay quality. Is it the fanciest? No. It's good. It works. And for what she's gonna use, it is gonna be great. Especially with the class that she's taking, it'll be great. Cardstock. There we go. We also got because this is watercolor paper, so that's the textures are different. And then we got cardstock paper in white. We got it in the colorful one, the Astro Bright. She loves that brand. The colors are super vibrant, so she loves that. So she got those as well. And then this one, I got it for, and this, I mean, in case you care, I believe it is 110 GSM, which I like. Or 110 GSM 30. I'll double check. If I remember, I'll put it in the description or something. But it's good paper. And we are very careful on the weight of the paper because sometimes it can be cheaper, but then, you know, the watercolor goes through and then it's trash, and we don't like that. Anyways, this one, it is ivory color. This is 8.5 by 11, which is the same size as this. There we go. This is 110 pound cardstock with 199 GSM. And technically it says you can use it for flyers, bulletins, whatever. We're going to use it for her timeline. So the curriculum that we have comes with, it doesn't come with it. You can buy it for extra. And we bought it for her timeline. So again, because we believe in creation, we are not, we don't believe in evolution. Timelines can be tricky. For example, we got the one from, I can't remember her name, but it's like another book, and they're pretty or whatever, but the timeline dates don't quite work. So I figure I'm just gonna print it and it'll be cute. And because the binder that we're using, remember, it's, can you see it? It's this one. I figure this kind of paper would be super, super, super cute. And then she's going to use, like I said, I'm going to print the timeline images on sticker white paper, so they just pop out, and I think it's gonna work. The example that they had was like that, with like the images in white, and the way it popped, it was cute. I don't know. I mean, did I need to do that? No, but that's just who I am, And yeah, so we're almost done. Yay. Okay, so oh wait, no, before we get to this stuff, this. So I bought, I'm not gonna show you the full pack, but there's an entire pack of the washable, but it has to be the tempera. Is that how you say it? Tempera? Don't know. But these are 32-ounce paints. And we normally buy the little ones, you know, the ones that come in the little box. And she goes through them in less than a month. She paints a lot. Maybe not a month, maybe like a month and a half. So like I said, this is like stocking up kind of a year. So we got this one. It comes in every color that they have, and this specific one, it's turquoise, and that's why I have it by itself, because this color didn't come in the pack of, I think it's 8 of them. So we got it because I wanted to make sure she had every color. Again, did we need to know? Would I normally do that? No, because we're using funds, we get to do this, right? So yeah, I like it. It's washable. Like I said, if you can tell, this table is pretty destroyed. And sometimes she paints and has accidents in her clothes, in whatever. So she does have acrylic paints. But if I can have her use this, I prefer this, honestly. If she's, you know, doing something specific where she says like, oh, it's just, I want acrylic paints because of the quality or because of the technique I'm going to use, sure. But if I can get away with this, then I'm going to do this. And for every day, I think this is still great. Maybe when she gets older, we will, you know, get a little bit more fancy. But for now, this is good enough. So I got those. I also wanted to show you, oh wait, before I show you that, this other paper. This is just like little books. So there's only 30 sheets on them. This is for pastels, but it also works for the graphite and charcoal. So she learned to use pastels last year. Did we use it as much as normal as I would have liked? No, but you know, I want her to be able to use it. So this is size A4, and it is 98-pound paper, 160 GSM. And she also got it in this, this is like different colors. I don't know if you can see it. Grays and the yellows. She already got into this. Pink, browns, and then this light blue. And again, same good quality paper, 98-pound, 160 GSM. She has it in the dark colors as well. So those dark ones. And then we got tracing paper, because I don't know about you, but I'm not the best person at drawing. So this is going to come in handy for a lot of things, really. But mainly what I got it for, well, what I was thinking about when I got it was for when we are doing the states and things like that. So that's what happened there. I wanted to show you this. This is not something I just bought. We bought this last year, actually. It's last year or the year before? I don't know. But it's a 3D doodler starter kit. It comes with 72 strands. And the strands are like this, guys. She doesn't have a lot left. And mind you, this is from like the refill pack. But it's just like this little thingies. The way I describe things is great, right? My vocabulary is super expansive. But you just stick it in there, turn it on, and then it becomes a 3D printer, kind of like the image shows you. She has created all kinds of fun things. Right now, she doesn't have a lot of different colors, so honestly, she's kind of just waiting for me to buy her more colors. It comes with this so that she can use it as a base. It's been great. If you have a kiddo who, you know, has been asking for a 3D printer, but you don't have the space for it or the funds for it because they're pricey. And our charter considers those items that we have to return. And I'm not gonna, you know, the library for our charter is in Norco. If you're in California, nowhere near me. So I mean, kind of near me, but not. Like, at least an hour away near me. So I'm not going to get that. And I don't have the space for that. But this is really cool. It was super inexpensive. I bought it for her, I think it was probably like a Christmas or back to school. I always make her a basket. So this was something I put in there. And yeah, I think it was for back to school. And it went in her basket. She's loved it. She's enjoyed it. Does it get pricey for the strands fills? Yes. But it's cool. And I mean, it's not something she's using every day, so it's not like she goes through the strands that fast. To add for her basket, like I said, I'm every holiday, every something, every time I have, like, you know, not for Christmas. Well, yeah, for Christmas, for school, I do. For fall, I do. For back to school, Easter. I don't know, like different seasons, I make her a little basket and I'll add cute little things and books that I want us to either go through together or just for her to work on. But I feel like it's kind of like something that she's excited for because she gets to see, you know, school supplies and she's excited for that. But her getting, you know, that basket is just exciting. But I don't like buying her like toys or things like that. So it's always something that she can use. And, you know, this is where I'll get creative with the little pins. This time I got her the Smensol's mechanical pencils, because like I said, this is the year where she's really into mechanical pencils. She wants to start using them, and these are unicorns and they're cutesy. And Smensol's, she likes all that scented stuff. Quality is not there, but they're scented, and that's why she loves them. So that's gonna be in her basket. What else is going in that basket? Last year we got a pack of this ones and they had dogs. This year is going to be cats. I don't know about your kids, man, but mine goes through them. She reads a lot. So they break. After a while they break. They're magnetic, but they'll start like breaking, or honestly they just get lost. Like, I don't know what it is. Somebody tell me where they're going. I want to know, because this black pencils, I just never know where they are. And the scissors, Lord have mercy, the scissors. Is this just a homeschool mom kind of thing? Like, scissors disappear in my home all the time. And we have a lot of them. But nobody ever knows where they are. Mad Libs, best thing ever created. We love Mad Libs. They're so funny and they're good learning things. And this one is about the states. So she's going to love it. Like I said, we're focusing on learning states and capitals. So I'm adding this. So like this is going to be in her little basket. I don't know about your kids, but she loves all this Would You Rather, and like she likes to play that. So we've gotten the Would You Rather books for Christmas, for summer, for fall, like for all the seasons, and she just loves it. And I found this one, which is the Bible edition, and it has like Bible questions, and she loves the Bible and she loves learning about the Bible, and she's really knowledgeable. So she's really going to love that one. And I don't think we have that one yet. I wanted to show you this ones as well. These are from Erin Condren. They're reusable index cards. You don't have to buy them from her, honestly. I don't think they were that inexpensive. But reusable cards have been great. They just have been so good. I'm actually going to start a course for my job, and we'll be using them. Flashcards, or index cards they call them, but in my head it's flashcards. But like, this is how I study, and I think it's going to be great for doing that memory game that I had mentioned. If I can't find it, we'll probably do this. I don't know exactly how I'm going to teach it to her yet. I don't have that plan in my head yet. but we'll definitely be using this. And honestly, if you don't want to buy them, you can make them yourselves. Get index cards, laminate them, boom, now they're reusable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that fancy, it's not groundbreaking, but they're cute, and if you can get them from her, why not? So just wanted to show you that, whether you want to make it or not, or just buy them made. We are in the season of this. This is a topic that we want to talk about, and we are doing is it called maturity unit study from The Good and the Beautiful. And I'm kind of dividing it into parts just because when we started, I didn't feel like she was ready for all of it. So we've been going through it slowly. But this is going to be the year that we're going to cover absolutely everything. And she's had questions about this. So I saw it. I haven't read it. So I'm going to read it first before, it's pretty short. So I'll be able to read this before I actually put it in her basket, or I might just put it in her basket if I don't get to it, and it'll be something we read together. This won't be something I just hand to her. It'll be something we go through together. It had really good reviews. I can't tell you whether it's great or not, but it looks great. The concept of it looks great. So we'll see, but more to come on this as we go through it, and I'll let you know. But that'll be one of the things we're going to be using. For school supplies, again, I have more stuff, didn't I? Oh yeah, this one's right here. Okay, I'll hold off on those. Sorry about that. I know you're not seeing anything. This is another one. We actually bought it last year. What is that? Who knows? We bought it last year. We just didn't get to it, but I feel like this is a perfect season. You know, she's 5th grade, and I like to go over this kind of stuff. And this is something we're going to be working together in our morning basket. And it comes with like the mom's guide and then the girl's guide, and it aligns perfectly. And it does come with like little questions and prompts to do certain things. Again, is it, biblically sound? I don't know yet. When I start doing it, I'll figure it out. With this kind of stuff, if it's not biblically sound as we're reading it, I'll point it out. And then it is like the perfect, sideway. I don't think that's how you say it. But it's like the perfect moment to talk about, like, why isn't it correctly? Let's pull our Bibles. Let's see what the Bible says and talk about it, right? So even if it's not fully biblically sound, I'm okay with that. It'll just bring up really good conversations, and then we'll put it aside and move on to the next thing. So yeah, and I think that's important. I'm not telling you to do that right away. I wouldn't have done it when she was younger, but now that she is older, and not just age, but her maturity when it comes down to the Lord and the Bible, and her maturity in the sense of discernment, I feel like she's ready for it. So I'm okay doing this where I'll bring in certain books that I'm not 100% sure they're biblically sound. Of course, there's levels and limits to that. But if it's not, it'll bring up great conversations. And it is just a great example of, you can't know everything about a book all the time, right? I mean, I've had books where they have the best reviews in the world, and once I start going through it, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't align with the Bible. Or no, you are misusing that Bible verse. So we'll put it away, and it's important that she learns to do that, because the sermon it's important for me. So I want to do this, and that's what we're doing. So if you're interested, check it out. If not, as the year progresses, I'll definitely be giving you guys some feedback on whether I think it was good and sound or not. Now, this year we're going to be working on virtues and character development, and just how certain traits reflect certain things and how we should be, you know, like honesty and, you know, hard work and all kinds of things. So I can't remember her name, but I mean, you know, self-discipline, things like that. I've seen a lot I've been doing a lot of research, and YouTube is one of the places I go to look at what other moms are using. I saw somebody talk about this book from William J. Bennett or Bennett. But they had different ones. So I found this one, which is the Book of Virtues for Young People. And I also ordered another one that said, I think it said like for kids or something like that. And the stories were just more of like a storybook, pretty pictures, very vintage looking. So I'm going to be focusing on this with her this year. And once I have all the things that I need, I'll be able to go over it more. And then kind of like once I show you guys my curriculum picks and I'll break that down how I'm going to use it. But see, it talks about like self-discipline, anger, and then it shows like stories that reflect that. Yeah, so see self-discipline here, and then all the stories are stories that reflect that. And Mia learns through stories. I've noticed that things stick longer and really make sense for her when I read her stories. Like, again, she's a reader, so it makes sense. Compassion and responsibility, friendship, courage, work. This just looks really good. Perseverance. So we'll go through it. Are we gonna finish it this year? I don't know. Most likely not. This is something, you know, that I feel like you just don't stop working on ever. But I think this is a good time in her life. I mean, we've always worked on those kind of things, but I feel like this is a good time to make more of an emphasis. Because I feel like our kids at this age, they start being called preteens, and then from here till they're like 15, I don't subscribe to the idea that a child should be, you know, a teenager needs to be angry at the world and stuck in their room and, you know, have attitude problems and all this stuff. Like, I'm sure those things will come at some point, but it's not something I want her to have. And I feel like it's important that she understands what the Bible says and what God is expecting of her, and how she should behave and how she needs to handle, you know, her emotions, etc. And the virtues that we should all have and how to work on them. Are we ever going to be perfect? No, never. But definitely something to work on. So I think this is going to be a blessing. Now this next two, I'm sure you've seen them around. I feel like everybody's talking about them. I'm not a Charlotte Mason mom in any way. Not no. It's there's a lot of things that I like. There's other things that I'm not 100% on or agree. I do like classical education, and again, we will talk about that more once you see my picks for my curriculum. But I started reading this book, and like I've been annotating and highlighting, because that's just how I collect information in my head, by highlighting, and every highlight color means something different for me and stuff, and I take notes. So far so good, guys. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff in here that every mom should read and look at. And if it's a book about, you know, raising your children or education, homeschooling from a biblical worldview, I'm all in. I feel like you should read it, check it out, and, you know, spit the bones out, or how did they say? Take the meat and spit the bones, or something like that. Meaning, you know, read it, take what you need to take from it, and the rest just let it go, type of thing. And then Michael's Gentle Wife, a family love story. I've heard a lot of really good things. I haven't started reading it. I do want to make sure that this school year I get to it. It sounds like really beautiful, and sometimes you just need a story that is wholesome and doesn't, you know, have all this other ideas in it, or, you know, like just something happy. And everybody says that this is such a beautiful book, so I'm going to be tackling some of those, and I'll go more into that and what else I'm going to be using for my mom basket, which I'm still using that term. I know everybody uses something different, but that's what I'm using. And since we're talking about all of this, I wanted to plug in this commentaries. We use this for Bible. Our curriculum that we use for Bible in general is from Answers in Genesis, written by Ken Ham. But because I'm teaching her how to do inductive Bible study, and that's how I learn, and I feel like everybody should have a commentary, and this is a really good one. Let me make sure they're in frame. There we go. So you can see it. They're great. I love it. It's written in such a easy way for you to understand, for me to understand at least. And she's used it and she understands it. Is she doing, inductive Bible study by herself? No. She's 10. She's working on it. But these are great tools. And I feel like every homeschool should have. Every, Christian homeschool mom should own that. As well as this. This is the ESV. This is a translation that we enjoy. And it's helped us learn and understand the Bible. So I went ahead and bought the Bible Atlas. It is such a beautiful one. This is from Crossway is the one that made it. The images are so beautiful. And sometimes you can read things, but I promise you, once you can see it, I don't know, maybe not for you, right? But for me, it just makes such a difference. The curriculum that we're using for history or social studies, however you want to call it, has certain tools similar to this, but this is the one that I wanted to get. I'm starting, my church does kind of like a year of kind of like classes, and you study the Bible and you go more in depth and things like that. So this is going to be good for me to use as well as for her. And I think because of what, our curriculum for this school year in history is going to be, this is great. And not just for right now, but like for the future as well. Let me move some of this stuff because I feel like it's very crowded. So like I said, it's by Crossway. I feel very comfortable using all of the stuff that Crossway has or creates. And it also includes the access to the online maps. We haven't used it, but if you're into that, that's pretty great. And then let me see. The last thing I wanted to show you in this kind of tools is Illustrated Bible Dictionary. I feel like every person really, not just homeschoolers, but everybody should have one. But if you are teaching Bible in your school, excuse me, if you're teaching Bible in your school, in your homeschool, I think this is an amazing one. There's other ones that are really great too, but I like this one. This is the revised one. It's been expanded. I feel like there's a lot of things that you might, it's not just whether you understand the word or not, but we sometimes will just look up certain words just to truly understand the context behind a specific verse. And it just makes it so much more rich, and it helps us understand so much more. And the value, I can't even begin to explain it. And this is something that will be with us forever. And God willing, one day she will have it when she homeschools her children. And, this is just one of those things that just becomes part of your collection, just like the atlas and books like that. So the goal is always, for her to one day use, this kind of things as she goes on into college and as she has her children. And, these are the kind of things that I feel like every family library should have, in my opinion. All right, friends. So I feel like we have gone over everything I can think of. I don't have anything else, at least that has arrived yet. There's still a couple things that are coming in the mail, but I'll show those to you once we do curriculum. Once I show you the curriculum I'm going to be using for 5th grade. Aside from that, thank you so much for being here with me. This video is beyond long, but I hope you got a coffee or a tea or something and you sat down and enjoyed it and had your phone with you so you can, you know, add to cart anything that you saw here that you might want your children to have. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.